Uh-huh.
Are those surfaces magnetic?
No, it's anti-gravity. Your coot was right. I should have known.
Okay.
$1K, I'm over here. Hold on.
What?
I'll
Where?
open that door for you.
Oh, there you are. Thank you. Blue here. My eyes just extend out of my face when I zoom in. It's possible. I mean, we are just robots. Just robots. But, like, we are robots, so... it could be just a lens function. Now, what the hell am I supposed to do here? Can I go back? Yes, I can. I don't see any way to get over there from up there. That's where I came from. Maybe over here. I'm thinking there's some kind of hidden, you know, anti-gravity area around here somewhere, but I'm not seeing anything. Can we go, like, right here? Nope. Maybe I already have some things. You know what? I haven't actually tried. Ah, okay, I already have some. Alright. Guess it doesn't really matter which way I go. Should we go in this way?
Same pattern as before. 3 beams, 3 receivers.
I guess we know what to do.
Be careful.
You mean you know what I need to
Sheer
do,
amounts of power running through
Byron?
this place.
I'll take care of this puzzle. You do the other 2, okay?
Really? You're gonna take care of a puzzle?
This is kind of fun.
I have
Maybe
doubts.
Alexandra Drennan was right. Play is part of what makes us human.
I have doubts Byron is gonna take care of a puzzle. It's always gonna be me.
Got it.
Wow, really? Where?
Melville, is there anything in the system that can tell us where Athena is?
I don't know. Someone's
Don't
logged
know.
into the system. But when I try to access that information, it all glitches out.
Where am I going? I haven't actually found a puzzle yet. I mean, I guess technically this is a puzzle. Figuring out where to go, but still. Yep. God. Okay. Try again. Alright, let's go, let's do this. There's no way this is it, but, you know, try it. I'm walking because I'm very paranoid that I'm gonna fall off. I don't even know what happens if I fall off. If I fall off this, am I just gonna go like wherever real gravity is? That way, I guess. I can't just jump up here. There's no way this is the right way to do this. I don't know. Maybe this is it.
Not to alarm anyone, but I think the ground is shaking.
According to the system, whole parts of the interior are moving around. Like it's rearranging itself.
I think that's what happened last time. When I took the elevator, the platform where I got out just moved away.
Ooh, okay. It's making some very weird sounds. Jammer. You jamming. I hope you like jamming too. Jammer, go. There it is. Jeez. I am puzzle bitch, you're right. I'm very puzzle bitch. Which is why I'm surprised that Byron did one, because, like, man, I've already done that. I'm sorry, I don't get to do that puzzle. Byron. Taking my job away from me. Just like all the robots do. Take my jobs. Okay. Where? Last one, probably over here. Let's do that. No. 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 Let's do this. This is definitely not the way to go. Let's just turn this around. You don't think that this is the right way to go either. There's no way. Let's do this then. Nope. I know I don't have to go all the way back, but like, it. I'm a little worried. Okay, I'm just a little bit worried. How am I just completely screwing this every time? There we go. Oh my god. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. I didn't press the wrong button. I pressed the right button at the wrong time. I was trying to sprint. That scared the shit out of me. That legit gave me a jump scare. There's this, which goes over there. Which I suppose I can go to. But, you know what? Might as well. Only because I don't know if there's like a achieve for completing all of these or what. We might as well complete all of them. We don't need this one, but... Interesting. Alright. Let's go back. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. This. Alright. And this is just basically going back to where we were, but I'll double check. Is this one Byron did, or is this one that we need to do? It looks like it's the one Byron did. Can I go over there? Can I do it? No, I can't. I can't get over there. Alright. Back we go. Go the other way. Hooah. Hooah. Okay. Probably this. Whoo! We didn't need to do that, but I did it. And I'm not sorry I did it. Anything down here? Why does this exist? Why does this exist? You want? Can I just jump onto this? No, I can't. I'll do it here. Alright. We got this. Just only that, okay. Wow, it does actually work. I wasn't sure that angle would work.
The gate's opening. I'm heading in.
Okay, Byron, you go. I'm gonna stay back here and have some pizza or something. I'm kinda hungry. Hope you don't mind. Woo! 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 How do we get there? There. I could jump up there, or I could just, Nope. I don't know if this is what they want me to do, but that's what I'm doing. Oh, this way. Yeah. Probably this. This. And this. Nice. Nice. Okay. How did Byron get over here? Just, jump people away? I kind of want to see if I can jump over there. I really kind of want to see if I can do it. Nope, hold on. I bet I can't, though. Oops. Do that. This is probably where you came from, right? Nah, I bet that there's, like... It's possible there's a way. But, probably not meant to go over there. Oops. Jump. One more time, and then we'll just go. It's fine. I'm not that obsessive with it. I mean, the best way would be right here, but... No, that's way too... Oh, it's way too early. Hold on. Give it an actual good try. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright, let's go. Listen, we can't break everything. I think it's just both go to the same place. Can I jump up here? I can jump up here. Can't, oh, there we go. There's no reason for it. There's no reason for me to be up here. There's no reason. You know what? Let's just go. Let's just go.
This is fascinating. They were both here, Athena and Cornelius. They had a plan. I found a file that...
They were Cylons?
I can't.
Byron's trapped in the overload. He's failing to disconnect.
Oh my god.
System's going
Byron, no!
1K, get out of there! Everyone
Byron, no!
to the VTOL.
He'll be okay. He just needs a good reboot.
We have to go. Now, 1K. get
Byron!
moving.
We can't just leave Byron behind.
Yeah, Coot, we have no idea where he is or what's happening to him. But right now, if we stay here, we could all die.
The system's going completely bananas.
If I just stay here?
Energy spikes everywhere.
We'll come back for Byron, I promise.
Can I just stay here? Or is it gonna be... Oh, you gotta go. Alright, you know what? We're gonna have to leave Byron. Oh look, now I can go this way. Oh, all that time wasted trying to jump over here.
What have you done, you fools? Mortals are not meant to tread these halls. Why will you not heed my warnings? I am not trying to harm you, creatures of clay. All I wish is to protect you and the rest of your kind. What more must I do to make you understand?
Oh my god.
If you cannot be reasoned with, I must bar your path.
I'm gonna have to bar my path right now, though, if you don't mind.
Move, 1K, move.
Hey man, I'm moving as fast as my legs are designed for. It's not that way that I need to go, because I'm not going that way! Oh, here's where Byron was. Ugh.
These energy emissions are messing with the VTOL systems. Okay, I think I've got it working. Get here quickly, 1K.
Man, I'm going as fast as I possibly can. As fast as my little robot feet can take me. Jesus. I almost walked right off the edge of those stairs. It almost happened. I thought it was one of those where it didn't matter which way I went, because it all loops around, but nope.
Come on, get in!
You should have just taken off already, and then I can do a cool ass,
Get us out
like,
of here, you coot.
jump and catch the steps with my hand. Well, hopefully there wasn't an actual choice of whether or not to leave Byron, because, I left him. Listen. I wanted to romance him, but the game doesn't let me, so... he gets left behind.
Okay, we're out. Now what?
Looks like the southern sites are active. The readings are strangely jumbled, though.
Should I set us down?
Yes, but just to drop off Melville.
What?
We're going back to New Jerusalem. This situation has gotten out of control. We need to regroup. Rushing in blindly isn't going to save Byron. But we also need someone to stay here and keep an eye on things. Melville, that's you.
All right.
I'll stay here and keep an eye on things.
I'll see if I can make any sense
And
of
do more
these
puzzles.
systems while you're gone.
Just keep a safe distance, okay?
Will do.
No? Okay.
Good.
Well.
Well, 1K, I guess it's time for you and me to take a nap.
All right, fine.
Do not lose hope, my child. In these difficult moments,
Big wheels.
find solace in your friends and in the home that you share.
Here we are. Got an update from Melville. The power spikes are continuing, but no news from Byron.
All right. Thank you, Yakut. You get the VTOL ready for the next trip. I'll talk to the mayor. 1K, please head over to the Museum of the Simulation and talk to Cornelius.
Okay.
Let's see what he has to say for himself.
Okay. I will. Anybody here to talk to?
The world is full of suffering. Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls, every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human. To understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right. We have to keep going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the founder's trials. And you want us to dig
What do you mean?
deeper?
He
Just
did that
because
puzzle
you
fine.
can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
He actually did one.
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue, use your interface or speak in person.
Herman? Okay, well. I'll go. It's very, kind of gray, kind of dour around here. What's going on with that? Can I go there? Am I gonna get a message from the sneaky sneaks around here? The ones who've been contacting me? We're gonna go to a meeting. Meeting of, Los Asesinos. Here. Blodgett and Benaroya.
Good to see you, 1K.
You too.
Hi, 1K.
Hi.
Attention all citizens.
Oh my god.
The Gehenna
What?
Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now
Hey,
open to
here we
visitors.
are.
However, please note that due to an unauthorized
Oh, Chief.
strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable. May the founder be with you.
Does a city this size really need like a monorail inside of it, or public transport inside of it? Like, to get from here to another place, sure, but just, you know, to get around in the city, it doesn't seem like it's really necessary. It doesn't seem like it's that big. Hi.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial
This is your new
Interactive
job, then.
Fiction Exhibition. Oh, it's you, 1K. Please tell me, you were there when everything went sideways.
Yeah.
Do you think Byron will be all right?
Man, I don't know.
That's Sounds dangerous.
A
Make
bit.
sure you find him and pull him out.
I mean, that's the plan.
He's
I
a
gotta go back
menace,
there, though.
But we need him. But
What do you
anyway,
mean he's a
you've
menace?
come to take a
What do you mean?
well-deserved break from your expedition. So let's talk about something else.
Okay. What's Gehenna?
Gehenna was a place in the simulation. A prison where Elohim exiled the minds that didn't fit his plans. In time, the prison became a community with a culture of its own.
What happened to the people?
In the very last moments of the simulation, Elohim realized what he'd done and sent his messenger Uriel to free the prisoners. They were uploaded to the gold disc, and their legacy is part of all of us.
She has like a thicker accent as we're talking to her here than she did before. Why text adventures?
Text adventures were one of the few art forms available to the people of Gehenna. By continuing to work in that medium, we keep their memory alive.
How do you see the role of the artist in society?
I don't think the role of the artist should be reduced to any single social function. The artist isn't an educator or a moralist. Art isn't about teaching us lessons or imparting values. Nor do I think it's simply self-expression. The best art reaches out beyond the self, into something ineffable. The creative impulse can't really be quantified or predicted. That's why artistic freedom is so profoundly essential. Without the freedom to shock, to offend, to transgress, art becomes stagnant.
All right, thanks. But I have to. Am I thinking of Neve? Have we not met Neve? Oh, that was her. Just letting you know, nothing is ineffable. You can F anything if you're brave enough. Argument Simulator by Guta. A short, punchy work of games as commentary. Do you agree with the conclusion it suggests? Let's see. Welcome to Argument Simulator. Credits. Written and designed by Guta, 972. Choose your character. Goldblum, Jeff Goldblum, or the legendary Socrates. Let's be Jeff Goldblum. Choose your argument. It's true, it's false, or it's not true. Life finds a way. It's true. That's the opposite of the truth. I mean, this is obviously incorrect, though. No, it isn't. I can contradict you. Objection! I don't accept the underlying logic of your contradiction. Question. I question your metaphysics. I question everything. You know what? Let's find out what we agree on. Okay, it feels like a good idea for us to understand one another better. Thank you for playing Argument Simulator. Would you like to play again? You know what? Yeah. Sure. Let's be Socrates. It's not true. I assert the opposite. You're wrong. No, you are. I can contradict you. The premise of your contradiction is self-contradictory. I question your axiomatic principles. Your question begs your assertion. The foundations of your thinking are incorrect. I disagree. Well, you're wrong. No, you are. I can contradict you. I question your ethics. Your side will never be right. I know. This is gonna keep on going, isn't it? This is obviously incorrect. All right. You know what? I still question your epistemology. All right. Wrong. No, you. No, you. Nay, thou. All right. Let's. Okay. Let's. Okay. I get it. Jefferson Goldboom. Jeff Goldblum. And The Spectre of Modernity by Rat 980. Another story in the much-celebrated Jeff Goldblum's shared universe, originated in Gehenna. It maintains the characteristic writing style of the series, but focuses on a new set of themes. Okay. So, Jeff Goldblum and the Spectre of Modernity, a true story. Right? Dedicated to Mac. Designed by Rat 980, dedicated to Mac. Sure that was his cat. You, Jeff Goldblum. I know it says Goldboom, but I'm never going to say that. It's not going to happen. So just deal with it. You, Jeff Goldblum, definitely step out of your charging pod and walk into the main lobby of the Goldblum Institute. It is a humble abode, filled with a small 4-seater sofa, a table, a coffee bar, and an arboretum. Ginny HD, your fiancé and a leading member of the Caserati Weierstrass Jazz Assemble, greets you from the sofa while Frankie Soy Sauce waves from the coffee bar and the velociraptor John Malclomb. Malclomb. That's Ian Malcolm, by the way. Drives out of the arboretum on his motorcycle wearing his green armored t-shirt. Has this been generated by AI? Speak to Ginny. Oh, Jefferson! Cries Ginny HD. Good morning! Good morning, Ginny HD, you reply. Did you sleep well, my darling? Oh, Jefferson, I slept most dreadfully. Why is that? Is your charging pod too hard? No, Jefferson, that's not it at all. Ginny HD mourns. My charging pod is very comfortable. I don't know why I slept so poorly, but I woke up on this small 4-seater sofa, which is strange because I went to sleep in my room. You think about this carefully while stroking your guitar. Ginny HD has no problem recharging most nights. You are about to reply when a klaxon resounds throughout the Goldblum Institute. Ask Ian Malcolm what's happening. Ian is John in other languages, by the way. As I recall, Ian is other languages versions of John. So John Malcolm could be just Ian Malcolm. And again, I know it's spelled weirdly, Malclomb, but I mean, come on. Jeff Goldblum and John Malclomb. There's no way. There's no way that's a coincidence. Chirp chirp. Chirp chirps John Malclomb directly or loudly. Oh yeah. Because they sound like dolphins, don't they, in the velociraptors in Jurassic Park. Before he shrugs his reptilian shoulders. Sorry, my friend. I'm afraid this saying doesn't translate very well. Maybe you could shut the klaxon off before we continue this conversation. So he can talk. Shoot the klaxon, play my guitar, or shut it off. Let's shut it off. You walk over to the computer terminal and attempt to shut down the klaxon, but the machine refuses to accept your command without the correct password. Velociraptor Ian Malcolm revs up his motorcycle, a sure sign that he is deeply worried. Jefferson, you have to do something about this noise, he calls. Guess the password. You try to guess the password using the unbreakable cipher 654321, passed down by your ancestors, but the central computer system tells you that the password must contain at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, a symbol and a number, and a hieroglyph. Oh, drat! Frankie Soy Sauce shrieks. Jefferson, what will you do now? Guess again. You consider this conundrum. The code has to be devilishly complex, for sure, for your mathematically inclined brain knows that a code with so many variables is almost impossible to crack. After much thought, you finally enter 6A, 4E, and 21, and the Egyptian hieroglyph QJS, depicting a man riding 2 giraffes. The klaxon, unimpressed by this, blares on. Well, guess all I can do is play my guitar. You unsling your guitar from your back and check the strings to make sure that they are in the proper order. Then, you take a heroic stance, with your chest puffed out, your legs splayed wide, and your guitar held heroically aloft. You play a chord, a perfect chord, followed by another equally perfect chord, and another, and another. As always, all the chords that you play are perfect. This is your greatest burden. Mollified, the klaxon shuts itself off. Great. You turn from the now silenced central computer console and look at your team, who are all gazing back at you with varying levels of wonderment in their eyes. Ask why the klaxon was blaring. Velociraptor on a motorcycle, Ian Malclomb, dismounts his motorcycle with an air of certainty and queries the central computer console with sure taps of his reptilian claws upon the keyboard. It seems... John Malclomb. I know I keep on saying Ian Malclomb. Again, it's going to happen. Deal with it. Ian Malclomb is such a better name anyway. I mean, come on. That the sensors have detected a threat of galactic magnitude. Oh no! Cries Ginny HD while Frankie Soy Sauce drops his cup of joe in fear. Ask what the threat is. A shudder goes through Ian Malcolm's magnificent plumage. Something far more dangerous than anything we have encountered so far, Jeff, he proclaims. Oh, Ian Malcolm, what is it? Exclaims Ginny HD. What could possibly be? We have already defeated the dastardly Dr. Elion. What could be more dangerous than him? This time, my friends, Ian Malcolm, again, Velociraptor, who was previously on a motorcycle, now we know is scientifically accurate Velociraptor, Ian Malcolm, says after a pause of precisely 2.5 seconds, we will be up against the specter of modernity. Okay, what is it? What is the specter of modernity? You ask while tuning your guitar for the coming battle. I'm glad that you asked, answers scientifically accurate Velociraptor Ian Malcolm. As you all well know, for I have told you this tale many times, my people have feared for many millennia that this day would come. Ian Malcolm smooths the feathers along his long neck with his claws. Continue. The Spectre, as you all know, will bring an end to the old and ring in a new era of unparalleled technological advancement until there is no space left in the world for such cherished human and dinosaurian qualities like love, creativity, the ability to taste umami, loyalty, and friendship. The circle of renewal will end, and we will only move forward at an ever-accelerating pace until we reach the limits of existence itself. Okay, when is it coming? The Spectre of Modernity travels at the speed of time itself, says, again, scientifically accurate, previously riding a motorcycle, Ian Malcolm, gravely. It was already arrived, Jefferson. We just haven't encountered it yet. Frankie Soy Sauce turns from the coffee maker, a fresh cup of battery acid clutched carefully in his human fingers. We must do something, Jefferson. I do not care for umami, but if the Spectre takes away my ability to taste coffee, I do not know whatever I will do. Reassure him. All tastes are precious to us, Frankie, you say. Sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and yes, also umami. We shan't surrender any of them, for they are what renders us human. Alright, well, we need to take action, I guess. Friends, humans, dinosaurians, countrymen. Possessed by a sudden urge to act, you jump up on the coffee maker, much to Frankie Soy Sauce's dismay. The coffee maker. We cannot let this threat to our very way of life go unanswered. No! We must stand against this specter, and not yield until we are victorious. Will you stand with me? Yes, my darling. Anything for human world, cries Ginny HD. Friend, you know that I will stand by you until the bitter end, adds scientifically accurate Velociraptor Ian Malcolm solemnly. For coffee, shouts Frankie Soy Sauce, and for love. But, asks Ginny HD after the shouting and swearing of fealty is done, how will we prevail? The specter of modernity is too powerful for you to fight it on your own. Of course she is right, as she usually is. I mean, I'm taking the dinosaur. Ah, Jefferson, I am honored that you would choose me as your companion on this quest. Scientifically accurate Velociraptor Ian Malcolm says. flapping his flightless, sparsely feathered arms in gratitude.
Together, we will defeat the specter of modernity, and our adventures will live on in song for generations to come. Tell me, friend Jefferson, where should I take us on our motorcycle?
Let's go somewhere else first. Let's go to the jungle. Ian Malcolm's motorcycle carries you and your dinosaurian friend swiftly across mountains and dales until you arrive in the heart of the great jungle.
Friend Jefferson,
cries Ian Malcolm mournfully,
the terrain is too uneven for my trusty hog. We must dismount and continue on foot.
You walk through the dense foliage, feeling a myriad of eyes upon you, until you arrive at a clearing in the center of which stands a great mechanical clock tower. You know that nothing good can come from such a terrible machine. With little other choice left by the treacherous terrain, you approach the tower. The clock's hands reach for you greedily. Oh no. Luckily, the sinister hands bounce off harmlessly on Ian Malcolm's armored t-shirt. I actually forgot that he was wearing an armored t-shirt. Scientifically accurate velociraptor Ian Malcolm wearing an armored t-shirt, riding a motorcycle, and can talk. Aha, you cry. I think you'll find that humans and dinosaurians will not be conquered quite so easily. You strum your guitar and Ian Malcolm calls for his brethren, the birds that live abundantly within the jungle, and together you bring the tower down.
We are victorious,
Ian Malcolm proclaims, only for his lipless reptilian smile to fall when he gazes upon your worried face.
What is it, Jefferson?
This wasn't the specter of modernity, old friend. This was only its lieutenant. The true battle lies ahead of us still. But then you pick up a warped and twisted piece of metal in your fleshy hands and grin grimly. But mayhap, now that we know what stuff our adversary is made of, we stand a chance against him. Well then, let's go to the ocean. We gotta defeat all the robot masters before we can fight Dr. Wily. After A's, this is a lot longer than I was expecting it to be, by the way, based on the argument simulator. After a swift hour's ride on Ian Malcolm's motorcycle, you arrive at the great, vast ocean. The expanse of water is calm and peaceful and ruby red, but you immediately see that there is nothing in sight that could help you defeat the dastardly specter of modernity. Fear not, you say. It might look like we have lost, but the spirit of our friendship may yet save the day, my reptilian friend. This is not the end of our journey. With these comforting platitudes, you remount Ian Malcolm, scientifically accurate velociraptor wearing an armored t-shirt, Ian Malcolm's motorcycle, and ride off into the sunset. Time to go to the mountains. After a long day of travel, you arrive at the icy mountains. The great mountains are barren of plants and animal life, yet they are beautiful in their own way. Jagged and cragged and rugged, peaked with snow, and gouged to the bedrock by merry little streams. But there seems to be nothing that could be useful in defeating the specter of modernity. Well,
what now?
Forge ahead. I think we should continue, you say humbly. Don't you agree?
Jefferson, so it has come to this.
The motorcycle riding reptilian sighs.
Together we stand at the end of the world, figuratively and literally. Dinosaurians and humankind united in one last quest to save us all. And our only logical way is forward and onward.
You hum in agreement. It is a beautiful thought. I think his voice is a little hard.
I am not sad that it is you that I find myself with here at the end.
Ian Malcolm continues.
Just look upon this great otherworldly beauty before us. The specter of modernity only sees the future, but these mountains have seen our entire past, and they have never bowed to change. Dear God, aren't they majestic, old friend?
You're about to respond, but before you can open your mouth, the ground before you gapes open and a horrendous yet oddly beautiful figure with glowing red eyes and mighty antlers emerges from the depths. Who dares summon the dear God? It howls in a voice echoing as if in a deep cavern. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. As the dust settles, you see before you a mighty white stag with glowing red eyes and golden antlers. You tremble bodily and quake in your boots as the apparition gazes upon you. Who hath summoned me? The deer booms. What foolish mortal dares to disturb my slumber? Oh, great antlered one, you say earnestly, your awakening is not the result of intent, but of homophony. I'm not sure I've ever seen that word in my entire life. I kind of know what it means. And I'm not sure it's correctly used. The antlered creature cocks its head and its eyes flash menacingly, but it does not otherwise react. Ask for the dear god's help. We are on a quest to destroy the specter of modernity, and we would ask for your help in our noble cause. And why would I help you, foolish mortal? Talk about umami. Yeah, the bassy sound. Because maternity has no space for love. Because, you say, clutching your guitar and sincerely to your chest, I love Ginny HD, and I love Frankie Soy Sauce, and I love scientifically accurate velociraptor wearing an armored t-shirt and riding a motorcycle, Ian Malcolm. And they love me in turn, and there is no space for this fragile, beautiful feeling in the world that the specter of modernity wants. The antlered creature considers this carefully. You are right, it finally says. This mountain, this rugged, peculiar beauty is something that I love, if not in the same way as you love your friends. I would grieve if the world lost the capacity for love. Here, take a piece of my antlers and use it well. And with that, the dear god vanishes back into the ground. Well, off we go. When you approach the lair of the specter of modernity, you decide to leave your companion behind, knowing that you cannot risk another life in this final confrontation. Sometimes heroes have to stand alone. Enter the mechanical lair! Inside the mechanical lair, the specter of modernity waits for you, sitting translucently on a titanium throne. The specter of modernity, you murmur through gritted teeth. We meet at last. You are mistaken, Professor Dr. Goldboom, the specter of modernity says. We have met many times before. I am your father and your mother. What? Who do you think inspired you to add the power of electricity to your guitar? Who upgraded Ginny from SD to HD? Who indeed deciphered the mathematical secrets of the chords, that arcane knowledge upon which some of your greatest adventures depend? I was your ally all along, Jeff. The foul wizard of crime has conspired to turn you against me. It was he who enchanted your klaxon. Oh, okay. That makes sense. No biggie, says the specter. Now let us defeat the wizard of crime together. Even now he conspires to steal all that you have accomplished with the power of his enchantments that confuse the mind. Okay. Took a turn. You rush back to the Goldboom Institute, where you find the wizard of crime taking advantage of the absence of your heroic friends, out seeking other ways to stop the specter of modernity to rifle through your belongings. He is surprised to see you. What voice can I give him now? I see. My scheme has failed. Curses. Were it not for that scheming specter, I would have stolen all your wealth and added it to my ever-growing hoard. For that is my scheme, to steal and steal, until the whole world is mine. And so you arrest the foul sorcerer instead of the development of human potential, and become good friends with the specter of modernity. Just call me Mo, the specter says. I am sure we'll have many wonderful adventures together. I would love to see other things, but that took a long time, so I think that we will just move on. Ghost of Atlantis by Corazon. 815, a lyrical, atmospheric, quasi-sequel to Atlantis, a classic work created by Lilith. The original game told the story of the inundation of the mythical island, no doubt reflecting the impending fate of the citizens of Gehenna. Fortunately, I don't remember basically any of these, assuming that they were in the last game. It's been too long. It's been like 9 years, you guys. It's been a long time. Written and designed by Corazon, dedicated to the people of Gehenna. Start. Gently, your ship touches down on the land that was once the Isle of Atlantis, which in the days before the waters receded, lay deep under the Sea of Atlas. You have come to find the last legacy of your ancestors. The red sun burns bright in the sky, scorching the dying earth. Begin my pilgrimage. Oh. We got subcommands here. Journey to the Broken Tower. On the northern shores of the island, where their frozen ocean once stretched to the horizon, stand the remains of a tower. Here lived a great magician who advised the king of Atlantis in matters of the sublime. There is very little left of the once impressive structure. To anyone else, it would be a pile of rubble covered in black, dried-out moss, but you can see a glimpse of its past, the craft that went into its making. By the tower stands the ghost of the magician, awaiting you. I am a ghost. A great marvel was revealed to me in this tower, the magician said. A glimpse of the sublime, and although I am dead, my soul has spent an eon under the sea. That vision is not lost to me. Even now I could summon it and reveal it fully. He pauses. If I do, I will finally witness the sublime in all its glory, he says. But I believe that in the moment, my soul will be annihilated. Is that a fate I should embrace or reject? Annihilation of the self is sin, or annihilation of the self is liberty? You know what? Do it, old man. I dare you. You won't. You speak wisely, the magician says. I have lingered here too long. You turn away from you, towards a world beyond your sight. A bright light suffuses him, and you cannot tell whether the magician is laughing or screaming. Then he is gone. That's just the end of the original Realm Reborn trailer. That's just Louis Soir. We just talked to Louis Soir. The Lost Shore. Your journey takes you to a wasteland that was once a beach where children from the Atlantean capital of Luna came to play. Here stands the ghost of the poet, contemplating the dying sun that fills the sky. I never completed my great work, he says. There were too many priests and censors who interfered, who did not allow me to create what I intended, because they feared the free and true expression of poetic genius. And then came the earthquakes and the waves, and long ages under the sea, and now this time of burning death. Yet still I long for its completion, and my soul imagines what could have been. You must accept that your work cannot be finished. You're dead. Then I curse you all, time and space and people, and gods too, the ghost says angrily. You have strangled the one true thing I had inside me, the one truly good and noble thing this wretched mind and body ever contained. I curse your indifference, your lack of imagination, your infinite your stupidity. The ghost burns bright with rage for a moment, and then it is gone. Okay, well. So the Temple of the Owl. The sun grows bigger and brighter. Time is running short. Your next stop is the Temple of the Owl, the greatest scientific institution of old Atlantis. Here the ancients tried to understand the secret laws of the cosmos, although their studies did not advance far enough to prevent their fate. The ghost of the scientist awaits you in the ruin. I have not rested in death, the scientist tells you. In fact, death has provided ample opportunity for study. I have learned much about the machinery of creation. He hesitates. I would like to join you, but I fear that the truth I have discovered will offend and outrage many. Outrage should not prevent compassion. Brave words, though few can endure their consequences. Still, even merely speaking them is bold, so I will join you and hope that you will stand by them. Okay. Great. Temple of the Serpents. You make your way to the Temple of the Serpents, which was once the greatest hospital in all of Atlantis. The sick and the injured come here from all across the island, hoping that salvation could be found in its halls. All that is left of the temple is a labyrinth of low walls and the ghost of the physician waiting for you. It is faint, barely visible. Okay, well, let's talk to the physician first. I worked here day and night for many years and saved countless lives, the physician says. And yet, of all the lives that I saved, only one survived the death of the island. A young messenger who escaped on one of the ships thanks to another sacrifice. And I have wondered many times since, was my work in vain? The burden of this question is eroding my soul. All things are in vain unless we choose to believe differently. No, death comes to us all in the end. You know what? All lives are worth saving. I'm out of the future. The physician sighs, thinking about your words. You are right. My burden is not eased by this truth, but I cannot surrender to oblivion. He becomes more visible. Join me. I will join you. There is still good I can do, even as a ghost. Okay. Ancient farmlands. We had 2 people with us, I think. This soil used to be rich, life-giving, period. Generations of humans relied on it to survive. Then the waves came, and after the waves, the dying sun. Now that all life is gone, something has been revealed underneath the soil, a city of unimaginable antiquity. The ghost of the farmer awaits in the ruins. This city is older than the capital, the ghost tells you. It's older than the Atlantis itself. When our most distant ancestors huddled in terror before the thunder and lightning, this city was already old. And yet this city is not foreign to us. We too are its citizens. He looks directly at you, and there is a light in his eyes that is not of this world. Are you willing to swear fealty to this city across the boundaries of time and space? Sure, why not? Good. But remember that even in the lofty world of the stars where you have come from, that loyalty will be tested. You want to join? The strange light fades from the ghost's face, from the ghost's form. The farmer smiles. Why, of course, I'd love to join you. I've always loved adventures, you know, and never got to go very far from home. Well, I guess that's it. Could we have gotten everybody? Give me the palace. The palace once stood in the very heart of Luna, the capital of Atlantis. Here, the greatest artists and craftsmen of that long-forgotten era built marvels and luxuries that would astound even a traveler from the distant future. But these things, like everything else, are gone now. Only a single remnant of the Atlantean world remains, though it is perhaps the most precious. A great mosaic telling the history of Atlantis. Before it waits the ghost of the king. Hi. I tried to be a good man, the king says. To be kind, to balance justice with mercy, to honor the gods, to support the peasant and the scholar alike, and yet I failed. Why? I mean, we are here. I do have scientist and farmer and doctor. We are here. The king is comforted by your words. You speak kindly, he says. I know that I am not without blame. But in the end, I chose to save others before myself, so perhaps you are right, and I did not fail entirely. You wanna come? The king lays his ghostly crown aside. I will join you, but only as a man. The mosaic is a work of superb beauty, a great work of history and humanity. In it, you see reflected all the hardship, tragedy, hope, triumph, and heartbreak of your ancestors. This is what you came to find. You cannot retrieve the mosaic alone. The forces of time are too powerful, and the strength of a single person is not enough. Well, guess what, bucko? I got people with me. Even with the help of the ghost, you cannot entirely pry the mosaic loose from the morass of history. But you succeed at removing a large part depicting the golden age of the island. It will have to do. Returning to my ship, a strange, bittersweet feeling fills your heart as you return to your ship. You did not fail, yet so much was lost. Could you have done better? Should you have? As the sun engulfs the earth, you wonder what will be remembered of your own time. Again, it could be interesting to see the other paths, but they're long. They're long, and my voice is already getting tired. Let's go talk to Cornelius. Cornelius. Hey, how you doing? You okay? You okay, buddy? Very Christmassy. Very festive. Festive colors. Hey, Helga. What's going on?
1K. What can I do for you?
Majestic dashing hamsters?
You remembered the code phrase. Oh, it is fun, isn't it? All this adventure and discovery and subterfuge. Here, let me top up your credit balance for you. It's the least I can do. Ka-ching! 1,000 credits.
Wow.
You're rich. Spiritually, anyway. Don't go spending it all at once.
I am going to literally spend it all at once right now, though. Because I want inner peace.
Whoa. Inner peace doesn't come cheap.
Yeah, I know, but guess what?
Come back when you've got 1,000 credits.
I have it now.
Gosh, I completely forgot. Well, did being rich bring you inner peace?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Have you given it to me yet? You know what? No. You haven't given it to me yet.
That usually does a trick. What about before? Did you feel inner peace before I made you rich?
Not really.
The fact that you're trying to buy inner peace tells me you're still looking for solutions outside of yourself.
Uh-huh.
What helps me is letting go of the idea that what makes me happy is facts about the world. Sure, it helps when things go well, but if you depend on those things, you will have nothing left when they're gone. If you can learn to trust yourself, you can learn to trust the world.
Well, how?
I know. I wish the how was a fact we could learn from a book. But it's a practice. I can use words to tell you how to ride a bike, but the only way you learn is by doing it.
No.
Put it this way.
Okay.
One of the worst things that can happen is death.
Uh-huh.
But if we spent our lives trying to avoid it, we'd only waste the time we have trying to control something we can't. The answer isn't to avoid death any more than the answer is to get rich. The answer is to practice finding joy where you can. You can't do it all the time. Bad things happen. Sometimes a lot, all at once. But practice finding joy, and more joy will find you.
Okay, sure.
You're quite welcome.
I could have been more sassy, but you know what?
Get the hell. So, something else perhaps.
Try it again later. No, that's all.
Please come back if you need anything else.
Okay. I don't think I have any more money anyway. You guys, hold on. What are you talking about? Oh no, I was gonna go talk to the other guy.
1K.
It's fine.
What are you
Oh, there
doing
she is.
here?
Okay. Here's Neith. Looking for Cornelius.
Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition? I must admit I haven't been following the news. Sorry, been a little lost lately.
Are you working here now, or? Are you okay?
No, not really. When you asked me what I would do now that my job is redundant, I don't know, I guess I hadn't thought about it. I had just focused on getting there. And after you left, it all just rushed over me. The truth is, I don't know who I am without this. Creating new life, guiding people into existence, that's who I am. More importantly, I think that's who I want to be. And if we stop growing, that's the one thing I can't be anymore. That's why I wanted to talk to Cornelius. He was there at the beginning. He knows where we came from. I thought he might help me understand where I could go next.
You can find a new calling. You can do something.
I hope you're right. It's hard to imagine right now. I liked who I was. Now, you said you were looking for Cornelius?
Yeah, where he at? He was in the Megastructure with Athena.
Oh, that's well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise. They were very close, you know. After she disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said. To be honest, everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind. Many of the first companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron.
Where is he now?
That's the thing. I wanted to talk to him about my future, but he wasn't responding to my messages. So I came here to talk to him, and he seems to have vanished.
Do you know where he might be?
No. The truth is that for the longest time, he barely left the museum. He was always at his terminal, working day and night. I asked him what he was doing once, and he said he was saving the past.
Check his house?
I did, on my way here. And I messaged most of his other friends. He doesn't seem to be anywhere.
I haven't seen anybody's house, by the way. I think the residential areas aren't accessible to us in this game. Can I access his terminal?
I suppose so. It seems a little unethical, but then it is just his work terminal, right?
Right. Alright.
Good luck with everything, 1K.
You too.
And thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Let's talk to this guy. Purple?
Dude, you're back from the island.
Yeah, man.
I'm so glad you're okay, dude.
Yeah, I'm
especially
good.
After what happened to Byron.
Hey, he'll be okay. What's the situation here?
Lately, a lot of folks have been saying maybe that Byron dude is right after all. Like, maybe to really be excellent to each other, we have to build something new and bodacious. Don't know what'll happen now that he's had that bogus accident.
Have you ever met Cornelius?
Yeah, I come here all the time. He's a wise dude. I've asked him a lot of dumb questions, and he's always taken the time to answer them.
Alright, have a good day, dude. Have a good day, dude. I know that we need to access this terminal here, but let me go talk to this other guy. If he's still around here. Be cool. Even here? Not even here. Where he at? Where'd he go? I don't remember what his name was. He ain't here though. Alright, let's go look at the terminal. Notes. Lab location inaccessible. Deliberate? Unclear. User profile? Yes. Gold puzzles as barrier? Yes. Hidden as self-protection? Likely. External help for upload? Yes. Ask Herman? No. Trust 1K? Undecided. Application to Calvin? Applicable to Calvin? No. Applicable to Sarabai? With Numa? Yes. What does any of this mean? Gold puzzles as barrier. So we definitely need to get into those gold places.
So this is what Cornelius was working on?
What is it?
Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready.
All right.
I'll meet you there.
I'm still gonna look around a little bit. So I'm looking at this because G&G said that he actually has one of these in real life. She has I don't know where he got it, but it's not from this game. It's as the info says, this is just an asset. A video game asset from somewhere. What's going on over here? Hey.
Welcome back, 1K. Thanks again for signing that petition.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Unfortunately, as you can see, it wasn't enough.
Yeah. What's going on?
Yesterday, there was a sudden brownout in the grid, and we almost had a derailment. We've been warning the mayor for months, and all he ever gives us is waffle about the goal. This can't go on.
I do like waffles, though. I mean, I fully support you.
Thank you. Your support means a lot to us. We need to get through to people.
All right, did you hear that guy's speech?
I heard it 15 times when he was practicing it. I think Catal, like many of us, feels that the time for change is long overdue. The technology you uncovered on the island is the final catalyst for that change, or it should be.
All right, well, I'm gonna go. Public transportation must be safe. We deserve a functional city. I'm gonna go around you guys, though.
Founder, bless you.
You too. Who the hell said that? Oh, this guy. Serious. He doesn't look very serious. This is kind of laid back. Vitra? We'll look around and see if there's anybody else to talk to before we leave. There's not that many places around here. We've already kind of explored, you know, everywhere.
1K.
Hey! Yo, that was me verbally giving someone the, you know, finger guns. Hey! That's what it sounds like. That's what verbal finger gun sounds like.
Founder bless you, 1K. Now is the time of our great testing. The deceiver Byron has been slain.
Oh my god.
And we must turn away from the path of sin or suffer the same fate.
Christ, lady. This is idiocy. You know what? 100% this is idiocy. Question is, do I tell her that? Why do you hate Byron so much?
Because the values he teaches are evil. He wants to violate the earth with human filth, blacken the skies, and kill the oceans.
Does he? Byron believes we can grow without repeating the mistakes of the past. Let's try to be a little, you know...
The sinner cannot be used to raise the sinner's palace. Never forget
not...
that, 1K.
Try to not be so aggressive, but then again, she herself is being kind of aggressive, so...
Hello
Jeff?
again, 1K.
How you
These are
doing?
strange days we're living through, aren't they?
What do you mean?
It seems to me that we're slowly remembering the lessons Alexandra Drennan tried to teach us. Trying to actually live up to the legacy of our ancestors.
I mean, I'm trying to do my part. I'm doing my part.
And you have been heard.
I'm doing my part. What would Alexandra Drennan think about the goal?
I think it would make her very, very sad.
What would she do about the megastructure?
The same thing she'd do with any technology. Discover how it works and apply that knowledge for the common good.
What would she tell us to do?
She worked to the very last moment of her life to ensure that we had free will. I don't think she would tell us anything.
Agreed.
Have a nice day.
Bye. Padme. Senator. Still can't do anything with this. Alright, I think there's like one more place to go to, and then we can go back to do more puzzles. I guess there could be... No, there's actually 2 more places, I think. There's this place up here we haven't been to again yet.
Blessings.
Likewise, I guess. I think the founder can bless anything. Oh no, the guy isn't here. His cat is, though. Like petting a dry sponge. Let's go. See if there's anyone to talk to over here. There was that guy who was like hanging out like way back there. We can see if he's still around. So we can just oh yeah, there was a guy. Hey, it's Rat. Hey, I liked your weirdo text adventure thing, by the way. Are you sure you didn't just ask like ChatGPT to make it or something? Because it kind of read like it. Hi. There was a guy around here too, wasn't there? There he is. Hey, man.
Oh. Founder bless you, friend.
Oh. What do you think about everything that the expedition has uncovered so far?
I wouldn't worry too much about any of it. The Founder is an idea, a story we collectively tell ourselves. There is no truth for you to discover, and all these amazing technologies are really just more stories for us to believe or disbelieve.
Whatever. Whatever, man. I'm leaving. This is where Purple was the first time we met him. Who else is around here? I'll go that way, don't worry. I'll go the other way in a minute. So here's someone to talk to. Dosicles?
1K, you're back.
I am. How you been?
Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about that replication technology you found.
Okay.
You have to get hold of it, 1K. You have to. If you
don't, if I can.
I think I'm gonna die of loneliness. And I think this whole city's gonna slowly suffocate. I mean,
okay.
Do you really think the Founder would have designed such a large city if she intended for us to stop at 1,000 inhabitants? That's not even enough to fill a village.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to. That's what I want.
I don't know how much longer I can go on feeling like this.
So he just wants there to be a second Dosicles, and that's who he'll love. Hey, Empanada. Hey, Mr. Delicious. How you doing? How you doing, Mr. Delicious? Let's go see if this guy is over here, and then that'll be it. I think we can go back. We don't have too much time for puzzles, but we'll get maybe another puzzle done or something. He is here. Hey.
1K, welcome back. Is it okay if I ask you something?
Go for it.
Lately, I've been feeling kind of insecure, seeing the pictures of the megastructure that your team sent. I've started wondering whether the dome is kind of pointless.
What do you mean? I was actually going to say, what do you mean?
The dome was meant to contain us, contain our impact. That's what the founder intended, right? But did she? If she did, why would she build the megastructure?
Man, I don't know. Maybe she changed her mind?
If that's possible, then it feels like nothing is certain anymore.
Nah.
I don't know where that leaves us. You could be right, though.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go.
Thanks for the chat. I hope you find Byron.
I will. Don't worry, I will. Whether I find him alive is another matter entirely. I think that we will, though. I don't think that Byron's gonna, like, die. Or at least not from this. Could be he dies before the end of the game or something, but I don't think this is gonna be it, you know? I thought that was a person. I thought that was a person way there in the distance. It's not, though. I don't think that's a person either, but let's go check. I think that's just another tree. I think these are all just trees. Let's have a nice seat. What's going on over here? Just walk. Alright, I think that we can go. I'm not sure if there's any reason to... I mean, we don't have to look into the other sections in the museum, do we? The puzzle sections? I hope not, because I'm not going to. I hope it's not something that I need to do, because I'm not going to do it. Unless, if someone tells me that there's something there, then I'll go. You have, like, 20 seconds to comply. Oh, not this person.
1K, welcome back to the city. As you can tell, your discoveries have had quite the impact.
I heard your speech.
I decided to take a stand. It started with our cats. Damien and I have had a lot of them over the decades, and I've watched every last one of them grow old and die. And that got me thinking about our responsibilities towards other life forms. What's life to most living creatures? Fear, hunger, pain, and in the end, death. Involuntary cessation of existence. That's horrifying, 1K. Horrifying. And we are the only ones who can make it better.
You mean re-engineer the whole planet?
Yes. Carefully and slowly, but yes. That's what civilization is. That's what it's always been. Creating structures to lessen suffering. But this time we include everyone. We use our intelligence to get rid of as much of the horror of existence as we can for all living beings.
I mean, it sounds pretty hard to do that.
So, lots of necessary things are very difficult to do.
I suppose so.
We're the species that eradicated polio, went to the moon, created artificial intelligence. We need to start thinking bigger.
Well, we definitely don't have polio now. I'll have to think about this.
Do that.
I will.
It's more than most people do. But that might be changing.
Oh, someone else to talk to. I'll talk to everyone. Everyone who I could talk to, I'll talk to. Chansey! Chansey!
Are you enjoying our gardens?
Yeah. Nice.
All the great secrets are right there, you know.
What?
You can watch the tiniest of seedlings grow, flourish, and die. But it's the pattern of all things that you're really seeing.
Speak yourself, all I see is biology and dirt. You have a flair for the dramatic.
I suspect we see the world through quite different lenses. Sometimes I imagine myself as an old oak tree. I watch the life which grows around me. I see the ivy, the moss, the fungi, leaching my nutrients as they go. And I don't blame them. I'm delighted by how life seems so different from me can somehow be the same as me. This old oak tree drinks water from the ground. They drink their water from me. They shrivel and die in a single season. But I shrivel and die over centuries. What kind of plant would you be, I wonder?
Keep wondering I'm leaving, man. You can be really rude. You can't really be necessarily a total asshole in this game, but you can be pretty rude to people. I'll hear your thoughts on that.
I think you must be a rose bush or a cactus of some sort. You're spiky.
Oh.
You thrive in specific conditions, unparalleled in your habitat. But the slightest variation, and you'll be dead in a week.
Oh my god. I'm not sure that that's right. I think things could change just fine. I'd be okay. You're wrong. I'm more of a delicious or medicinal herb. A root vegetable. I'm more of a potato. I mean, body shape wise, a fruit plant of some sort.
You're clearly interested in our ancestors' rituals of utility. But that's exactly what I thought you were. You see, these patterns, they flow through all of us the same. Yet they always come out different.
Kind of a pair. Thanks for talking with me. I have to get going.
Thank you for stopping by, 1K.
I'm
sure we'll meet
I would have said the other thing, but I felt like kind of in a BioWare situation where I'm not sure what the intent of that question was. I'm not sure if it would have been something a little bit sassy, which would not have been my intent. I'm like, why are you even doing this like that, and not just a genuinely, you know, curious, like, why do you do this? So that's why I didn't pick the other one. In case you were wondering. I wasn't sure if of its intent.
We must listen to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial. The Megastructure must be rejected.
Nah. I'm not gonna reject nothing. Oh, hey.
Hi.
Listen to the ancient writers, we must be humble. Oh, it's Melduk.
You are the Founder's chosen.
Am I?
But you are in grave danger of going astray. Heed my words, 1K. If you fail this trial, a year from now, New Jerusalem will lie in ruins.
I'm not gonna fail it. And you know this how?
Anyone can see the truth if they are willing to open their eyes. Have you not read the books of our ancestors?
I literally woke up and then was sent out on a mission.
The same story is told, again and again, that the pursuit of knowledge can only lead to death and grief. That is what all the great ancient visionaries foresaw.
I don't think that that's actually what those stories were meant to convey.
In tranquility and avoid ambition.
No, I don't think all ancient writers believe that. There are other strains of thought.
Misleading fantasies and daydreams of impossible futures.
Didn't Athena name herself after a fairly optimistic novel? Did she?
That work has been misinterpreted by foolish utopian dreamers, like Byron.
You're a foolish utopian dreamer. I think you're the one who's misinterpreting things to suit your own worldview.
I have no interest in arguing with fanatics who cannot open their minds to the wisdom of our ancestors.
Okay.
I bid you a good day.
Good day, sir. I suppose I could have said something else to try to continue the conversation, but honestly, some of these true believers are not who I want to be associated with. There's only so much like debate you can have with those people.
Could
hey
you
guys.
join us for a quick debrief?
Yeah, what's going on?
Attending today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Yes, don't mind me.
Hi, Helga.
I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
Yes, well. While the mayor is briefed by Alcatraz, he's asked us to review recent events. Byron's loss has unsettled us all. It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
I mean, we're not going to leave Byron behind, but... we can't leave Byron behind. There are other things I also agree with,
We cannot
but...
be guided by fear. We must
We
do
can't leave
what's
Byron.
right.
Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
We should trust ourselves to make good at this opportunity.
Wise words from one so young. Yet I submit that island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
What could be more important?
I mean, it has
The
matter
Sojourn,
generation
of
too.
course. If we
Is
could
nobody
find a
gonna
working model, it would herald
talk
a
about that?
sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we should build New Jerusalem would simply be moot.
Again, is this supposed to be me disagreeing with him, or is it a genuine question? How? What do you mean? You know,
The Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own subconscious code. It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
You're late. You're very late with that first
My
TNG.
own studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our access to it is only indirect. Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly. We would finally have an answer to the great moral questions.
So, it's a newfangled way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
We're fortunate 1K preserved the Somnodrome for our study. Initial data suggests it was a prototype with substantial design
I'm surprised
flaws.
Lost Oak didn't get it.
But there may be a working device elsewhere on the island.
Then the question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
Lost Oak allowed it. I would keep an open mind.
No! This is much too important to decide on a whim.
But it's so much more fun when we're kept in suspense. You all sound so sure of what's best for this city. Do you ever think you might be so busy changing the world for the better, you'll forget how to see that it's perfect already?
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there.
Clearly.
1K, I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL. Right. We'll be keeping an eye on your stream from here.
I wasn't sure if we'd get new companions coming with us or not. But I guess not. Which is fine. Just curious about it. Alright, we're leaving. Alcatraz? No, that's Herman.
What can I do for you, 1K?
What do you think about the technologies that we've discovered?
They all sound very promising, of course.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Nobody
what is
actually
the cost, 1K?
Nobody actually mentioned that before.
There's always a cost.
I don't know, man, but we have to rescue Byron either way, so.
I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap.
Alright, time to go.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
Okay.
What did the mayor say?
I convinced him that we need to keep going until we found Byron.
Did he want us to leave him behind?
No, he's just concerned for our safety. And he's right to be. But we're going back anyway.
Time to go to sleep.
Great trials lie ahead of you, my child. But your choices will determine the future.
Yeah.
Melville, are you receiving?
Yep. Welcome back to the mysterious island, everyone.
How's the situation?
Welcome.
Whatever Byron did seems to send the whole system into some kind of lockdown. I can't access any of the terminals, although I suspect 1K still could.
Why would that be the case?
When 1K connected to the data stream, the system assigned him a user profile. The rest of us are locked out, which means I'll need your help, 1K, because a lot of stuff doesn't seem to be working.
Okay.
Okay. Check it out and see what you can fix. But please remember, what matters most is finding Byron.
I mean, we have to go back into the Megastructure for that, I'm pretty sure. And to do that, I think we gotta do more puzzles. Just saying. I have 3 new messages. City news! The expedition to the Founder's Island has suffered a serious setback, as all contact with Byron, number 7, was lost during a foray into the interior of the Megastructure. Byron is assumed to be alive, but trapped within a data stream overload and unable to disconnect. Several sources in the government expressed a lack of surprise at this turn of events, citing the first companion's history of rash behavior. Hopefully this gets people thinking about the dangers of populism, one source told me. It's been alarming to see people suddenly falling for this utopian foolishness. I wonder who that could have been. GemFX 312 now open. I'm very happy to announce that the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Expedition is now open to visitors. Come play the 3 winning works at the Gehenna Memorial Pavilion. Finally, can't wait. Wonderful news. I'll be attending today. Nice. Nice. Will these be made available through the interface too? Yes, after the exhibition is over. Zagrin just doesn't want to go out. Zagrin is the only character who I've given like a standard voice to, and I haven't forgotten it. The Optimist. This is from Neve. Oh no, no, not another G.K. Chesterton. The pessimist is commonly spoken of as the man in revolt. He is not. Firstly, because it requires some cheerfulness to continue in revolt, and secondly, because pessimism appeals to the weaker side of everybody, and the pessimist therefore drives as roaring a trade as the publican. The person who is really in revolt is the optimist, who generally lives and dies in a desperate and suicidal effort to persuade all the other people how good they are. It has been proved 100 times over that if you really wish to enrage people and make them angry, even unto death, the right way to do it is to tell them that they are all the sons of God. Jesus Christ was crucified, it may be remembered, not because of anything he said about God, but on the charge of saying that a man could in 3 days pull down and rebuild the temple. Every one of the great revolutionists, from Isaiah to Shelley, have been optimists. They have been indignant, not about the badness of existence, but about the slowness of men in realizing its goodness. The prophet who is stoned is not a brawler or a marplot. Marplot? I don't know. I don't know what that is. He is simply a rejected lover. He suffers from an unrequited attachment to things in general. Rip Byron. Rip Byron. TLDR. I'm with you, Trinculo. TLDR. Rip Byron. We don't know that he's dead. He might just be lost. He could still be saved. I was going to say something sarcastic, but you know what? In the spirit of optimism, I really hope so. Let's go do more puzzles, I guess. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, that's what we're doing. We can go to Southern Coast, Verdant Canyon, or Circular Oasis. Let's go to Southern Coast. Let's do these in order.
1K, I'm sending you a little software upgrade I put together that should allow you to detect which files will lead to a data stream overload.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm not doing this to help you avoid them. In fact, I'm going to need you to search for more.
All right.
I'm sorry about
I will.
that. But if
No,
we're
it's okay.
going to unlock all the systems that aren't responding, you'll have to connect to the data stream.
No, that's good. I would
More
have
than
done it
once.
anyway.
It's the only way for me to get access.
Hey, I think I remember this place. This is another place from the demo. This is the other location from the demo. Okay. I'm not going to remember anything. The only thing I remember is that...
there seems to be a problem with the machine that makes the tetromino bridges. That means
Okay.
you can solve the puzzles, but you can't activate the tower. Look for a lab that lets you connect to the data stream.
I already found it. I'll send you the coordinates.
Great. We'll do that. How do I leave? There we go. Either way, let's do a puzzle. Oh, look. There's one of the things right next to the entrance. All right. Yeah, that's what I remember, is that there was something that you could do with... this is like the first time that you could do a beam like outside of a puzzle in the demo, as I recall. That's basically all I remember about this. I don't remember what the Interesting. All right. Sure. Is it, yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright. This... Let's do, this. And then we can do this. And then we can do... this. Alright. Oh, hey. Mobile?
Yes.
What's going on with the Megastructure systems?
Now, I suspect Byron is still logged in, and his presence has thrown everything out of whack. Entire subsystems are locked down, and everything that depends on those subsystems is disrupted.
Have you heard anything from it at all?
There was a short burst of noise on the frequency we used to communicate, but that could have been anything.
What do you know about Cornelius?
He taught me a lot when I was young. Nowadays, people just know him as the museum curator, but back then, he was closely involved with every engineering project, and he was brilliant. When he encountered a problem, he'd always remain calm and keep working at it until he found a solution. I wish I could be that patient.
Why didn't Athena and Cornelius both vanish together?
If I had to guess, I'd say so that Cornelius could still go back for anything they needed. He was always leaving on expeditions anyway, looking for materials for his projects.
Okay, I should go back. Just get back to work, and by work I mean puzzling things. I kind of remember this, but I don't. I'm not going to take a picture of this. I think that the picture in my data log is going to be fine enough for this. Yeah, that's big enough. I can see it. Teleportation. Because at this point, why not? In some ways, teleportation is one of the less surprising things we found here, in that at least particle teleportation was known to be theoretically possible, of course, that's still miles away from these teleporters, which operate on principles that simply contradict what we know of physics. The transfer of matter from one location to another is instantaneous, without an observable wormhole or similar effect. There is, however, a release of exotic particles in the instant of teleportation, which decay within fractions of a second. The Numa system. Pretty much all the tech on the island, from the puzzles to the megastructure, is run by a system called Numa. I'm saying it's Numa. I think it's Numa is how you pronounce this. I've identified a number of obvious commonalities with the software we use in New Jerusalem, enough to be certain that Numa is descended from our own software, although Athena and Cornelius appear to have upgraded it quite extensively. Numa seems to be capable of interfacing directly with the user's mind at a deeper level than our own technology, although this functionality is not used consistently. Currently, guest users are locked out of all functions, so only 1K can access the system, though he's also locked out of any admin functionality. We only have 10 minutes left, by the way. I think we probably have enough time for one more puzzle, depending on how long it takes me. G&G, is this the first time you're hearing about the Yakuza Pirate game? Okay. Well, I can do... Oh. My cursor was not properly captured by the thing. Alright. Oops. Oops. I can do this, though. For what purpose? Okay, I think I can grab it. I just need to move this. There. It does look very silly. I mean, it is a Majima-centric game. It's pretty silly. Alright. Alright. I can take this out if I do one of these. Now, what I want to do is probably put this here. I can just do this, and then I can do this. worked, actually. Up here. We've got mail. Expedition Mega Thread. Please post your thoughts on the expedition in this thread and keep it civil. I think the powers that Athena has unlocked are world-changing, and it's our responsibility to use them to lessen suffering for all living things. We know, we heard your broadcast. I think we're being tested, and Byron failed the test. What happened to Byron was an accident. Is there a difference, ultimately? Yes, there is. No one's actually seen Athena. Oh, he's 420. No one's actually... I keep on forgetting. I see Jacques, and I think, oh, is he supposed to be French? By the way, that was a terrible attempt at a French accent. But he's 420, so actually, no one's actually seen Athena or Cornelius or Miranda at Megastructure. They could all still be aliens. I feel like we need to at least think about the potential of all these new technologies. Maybe the Founder is trying to teach us how to use them. Why is everything malfunctioning on the island now? Is it because of Byron? He was logged into the system. His presence may be destabilizing it somehow. Or it's Pandora. She seems to want to stop the team. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. Honestly, I wonder if Pandora is just somehow malfunctioning. Like she's supposed to protect the Megastructure, but she can't tell friend from foe. The choice of Pandora as a symbol cannot be accidental, and the message is obvious. The Megastructure is Pandora's box, and we should not open it. Shut up, Elwyn. You know what? We may got time for one more, or we can go talk to Yakut. Yakut?
Hey, 1K. How can I help you?
What's your analysis of the southern regions?
The southern part of the island is a natural desert, basically just due to the chemical composition of the soil. I haven't been able to work out why it's so warm, though. It could be a warm ocean current or something to do with the megastructure's thermal output. New Jerusalem doesn't have the kind of equipment I'd need to figure that out.
You think Byron's okay?
I hope so. I understand why he was impatient, but he should have been more careful.
Do you know Cornelius?
Yeah, everyone knew
It's been a long stream, you guys. It's been a lot of reading.
After Eustathius retired, he was the only one left who was there since the beginning. Except I guess none of us really knew him after all. We all thought he was lost in the past, always studying the archive and the simulation. But he actually had all these secrets. And a daughter.
Daughter? Are you disappointed in him?
No, just surprised. Maybe a little sad that he felt he couldn't trust anyone with the truth.
What did you do in New Jerusalem when we went back?
Mostly just made sure Pellegrino didn't mess up the VTOL. We only have a handful of them, and while they look cool on the outside, the truth is they're held together by gaffer tape and good intentions. There's a reason Melville's always complaining.
Honestly, I mean, this is kind of it. Societies unwilling to invest effort and resources into their infrastructure cannot remain functional.
When you put it like that, it seems hard to argue. More and more stuff isn't working anymore, and eventually there will be consequences.
Alright. I guess what I'll do is I'll just get to the next, I mean, Melville is at least trying. Melville, we know that Melville's at least trying to keep things from falling apart. But there is only so much that she can do. I'm not gonna interface with that right now because, holy crap, it's gonna be another like 10 minutes of reading. And I like reading, don't get me wrong, but we only have like 2 minutes left, less than. So I'm gonna stop. We're gonna stop for today. And we will interface with that next time. I can I don't want to try it. I say you think I could jump on that, but I don't know. I don't know about that. So next week we'll continue on, and we'll do this, which is essentially the, as I recall, half of the demo. So I've actually done some of these before. Again, that is not to say that I'm going to remember any of them. Probably won't. But, you know, we'll see. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Here I am. Goodbye!